Hey guys, Andrew Edwards here, editor-in-chief of GearLive.com, and today I wanted to bring you a follow-up look at the LG V20. I brought you my top 5 features of the LG V20 about 2 weeks ago, and now that I've been using this for about a month, I wanted to give you another look at it from both the good and the bad perspective. So let's jump into this one right away, starting with the display. What you've got here is a 5.7-inch Quad HD display. That means it's 2560 by 1440 and it's got a 513 ppi. So yes, the display looks really good. In fact, let me show you something. This is the LG V20. This is the iPhone 7 Plus. They're pretty much the same size. The difference being the iPhone 7 Plus has a 5.5-inch display, while the LG V20 has a 5.7-inch display. So a reduction in the bezel size means you get more screen real estate in the same physical space. Now the downsides of that, I'm someone who likes phones that are a little smaller than phablet size. I appreciate that they gave us a larger screen in the same size as the iPhone 7 Plus, but I'm thinking I'm more of a 5-inch or 5.2-inch kind of person because I use my phones one-handed a lot and I just feel like I'm gonna drop them when they're so big. Now, of course, that might not be something you worry about, but if you do and you pick up the LG V20, you might want to buy a case to go with it just to make sure it stays protected. Now, speaking of protection, I do want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Upsy. Upsy is the new way to buy a warranty for all your consumer electronics, including smartphones. Their warranties are cheaper than competing ones you'd find in Best Buy or from your mobile phone carrier or even Apple Care if you're buying an iPhone. And the deductibles are cheaper as well if something does go wrong and you need to have your phone fixed or replaced. Upsy is also very upfront about what their warranties cover, so you'll never run into a situation where your phone is damaged and you go to get it fixed and then you find out, oh, wait a minute, that specific thing isn't covered under your warranty. So like I said, I'm a big fan of these guys and a big fan of the fact that they offer great coverage at decent prices. Now, speaking of pricing, Upsy has also provided us with a promo code to allow you to save even more money on their already inexpensive warranties. Simply download the Upsy app or head to upsy.com and use promo code Andrew10. That'll save you an additional 10% off your warranty purchase. So between buying a case, getting an Upsy warranty, you should be covered and good to go. Now, up next, let's talk about another major feature on the LG V20, and that's this dual camera lens system. If you pick up the LG V20 and look at it, much like the iPhone 7 Plus, one of the first things that'll stand out is that it rocks a dual camera system. That is likely the future of smartphone technology, but for now, it's a rarity. Here on the V20, you have a 16 megapixel standard camera paired up with an 8 megapixel wide angle lens that will capture a 135-degree field of view. Here you can see the real world differences between the two. The first image here was taken with the standard lens and the second one was taken with the wide angle shooter, and it's a pretty big difference. As you can see, the wide angle one lets you capture much more of the scene. The next standout feature on the LG V20, at least in my opinion, is the audio experience. And seriously, if you're an audiophile and looking for an Android phone that'll drive even the most power-hungry headphones, the LG V20 is it. Why is that? Well, because on the inside, this phone is rocking a quad DAC, and it's the first and only smartphone to do so. You can listen to audio through the USB-C port on the bottom, as well as the built-in headphone jack. But it doesn't just do a good job at playing music, it also captures great sound thanks to the 3 onboard microphones that capture 24-bit hi-fi audio. Of course, if you want to further protect and customize the LG V20 without adding bulk, you can do what I do and slap on a D-brand skin. I'm rocking a two-tone look right here on my V20, and D-brand offers a seemingly limitless amount of styles and colors to choose from for pretty much any smartphone on the market. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can find the skin that best suits you. Like last year's LG V10, the V20 also integrates a small secondary display strip right above the main 5.7-inch Quad HD display, which is used to give you glanceable information without you having to turn on the main screen. When the main display is off, the secondary strip will show you the date and time and battery level. No need to turn on your phone to get to that quick info. You can also use that secondary display when the main screen is on, and there are quick actions there as well, which allow you to do things like quickly turn on the rear LED for flashlight mode. All right, now I just want to quickly address some of the drawbacks of the LG V20. Of course, every device has pros and cons, and the LG V20 is no different. First of all, battery life. Battery life is good, but I wouldn't consider it to be great. I find myself plugging this one in a little more than I would the Google Pixel XL or even the iPhone 7 Plus. So that's just something to keep in mind. It will get you through pretty much a full day, but you'll still end the day with less battery life than you would on competing devices. Number 2, it's not waterproof. And waterproofing is big. It protects your device. I talked about that earlier. The iPhone 7 Plus has waterproofing. The Galaxy S7 has waterproofing. The Galaxy Note 7 had waterproofing. And the S7 Edge is waterproof as well. These are all flagship smartphones, and waterproofing is something that sets it apart. And I wish that LG did the same here on the V20. Now with that removable battery, I can see why it's difficult to have both a removable battery, which is one of the pros, and also waterproofing at the same time. I know it's pretty difficult to do, but it is something that should be considered. The other thing you don't get with the V20 is wireless charging. That's a big thing with Samsung devices and other devices as well. But if that's something that's a determining factor or important to you, just know the LG V20 does not do wireless charging. But really guys, other than that, this is a fantastic phone. For the price, it's actually the best larger phablet size smartphone you can buy, in my opinion. LG definitely made a nice comeback from the LG G5, which I thought was a good phone, but had what I consider to be like a more clunky design. There were more trade-offs made over there. Even though it was still good, here you get a more solid hardware experience, and it's really hard to knock it. So there you have it guys, my look at the LG V20 smartphone. You can pick it up right now, it's available now. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description below. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed this one, and feel free to click or tap on my face when it shows up here in the video in order to get subscribed for free to find out about future video releases, as well as some of the big gadget giveaways we have coming up here in the holiday season. Until next time, thanks for watching as always guys. I appreciate your support so much. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I'll catch you in the next video.